Thanks everybody for coming to the show. We are live at Elocinia and we have a very special show for you today. We have Josefina, our own Curandera, and she's here to tell us a little bit about who she is. Josephine, can you tell us who you are and what you're up to now?
Hi, well, my name is Josefina Massa, and I'm born in Oaxaca. And I spent a lot of parts of my life in Cozumel, Quintana Roo. That is an island, also in Mexico. And I'm coming from this line of family that is sobadores, ladies that help to bring babies. We call them parteras.
But how did you find your way to Ellison? How did you end up meeting Jessica? And how did Jessica realize how valuable you would be for the retreat?
Well, Jessica and I, we work in a company for a long time. She met my mother. She knows where I come from. She knows what were our gifts. And when she started this retreat and this beautiful program to help people to heal in different levels, she called me and she reached me and she asked me if I can do this with her. And it wasn't exactly a part of my life that it helped me to go back to my roots with this process. So as the way that we are helping and healing, I'm also on my own journey healing.
Oh, that is so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Can you tell us what your role is as the Curandera here at the retreat? What does that look like and what do you bring?
Well, I'm a spiritual guide. What I do is to help, to align our energies, our mind, to keep the ancients, to keep it calm and help to lose yourself, to keep you calm so you can actually be more free to enjoy this journey.
That's beautiful. Can you also tell us about what happens when everybody arrives to the retreat, the blessings that you give?
Well, we receive them and what we try to do is we are coming from an external world, what is full of stress. We are coming to this retreat to heal, right? But we are bringing with all those heaviness, doubts, scare, nervous, and the flights and all that. So what I do is when you come here, I receive you and we try to clean all that, where we're having in our energy to clean it. We do it with some copal. That is what we use, like to help to our energy to be more clear and less heavy in order to be more light for this journey.
And the way that you do this cleansing ceremony, is this also coming from your ancestry? Is this also how your grandmothers?
Yes, it's all from my roots. It's how we grow, this is something that when you grow, you see from your family doing it. We use herbs. We believe in herbs and everything that the Mother Earth can give us. We use it. We use herb, we use the copal, we use crystals, everything that is coming from the earth to help us to do a cleansing. Like we do cleansing for our body, but sometimes we forget to do the cleansing for our energy in order to clear our mind. So yes, I grow with that.
And I've seen so many different herbs that you bring. I've seen fresh chamomile. I think I've seen basil.
Yes, basil, romero. I don't know how to say romero in English, but it's a herb that uses rosemary. And I use it that absorbs. They absorbs and the chamomile help you to relax so you don't feel more like imbecile, like we are doing something aggressive to you. The herbs will absorb everything negative that we have in order to liberate us from that.
That is so beautiful. Would you like to go into the mushroom ceremony and how you learned from your heritage and your ancestry how to bless the mushrooms and Maybe could you tell us about your first experience in witnessing what it was like to watch your ancestors bless mushrooms and how they work with mushrooms with others?
The way that they do it is more like, how you say it, more like in the mountains, more like far away. It's not like in the city.
In
and
the
it's more
jungle.
in the jungle, and it's more like natural thing. It's like nothing like top secret. It's like more a natural way that go and just take them and just eat them, like chewing them. And it's very natural for us. And we do it because we believe that we have like three bodies: our mind, our soul, and our physical body. And we call them little niños. This is known from our more known
You call the mushrooms the little niños, the little
niños,
children.
the children. Yes, correct. They are the messengers for the goddess, like the god of the dead, god of the life, god for Mother Earth. So they keep us to remind from where we come from and to be connected to them, because the life that we are living right now is like we forget that connection to Mother Earth, to life, to death, and they are a reminder and bring us to that connection to the universe. So that's like very natural for us to do it, to keep us more like mind spine, how you say?
Expand.
Expand mind, yeah.
How old were you when you first had your experience with the little children?
When I saw they were doing it since you were like 6 years old when they started, you just grow seeing them. So it's not like you remember, like it's something that you grow seeing.
And did you also get an opportunity to witness a lot of personal growth and healing and others that would come?
From the people that come to visit my grandparents, yes. Yes, and it's something that you watch, and when you're little, you don't understand what is going on. As when you grow, and then you understand why they're coming, when they have pain, and we believe that when your soul is not healthy, when your mind is not healthy, your body started to resent all those pains. And you start the pain in the arm, pain my head, pain my knees, pain my stomach, because your soul, your heart, your mind is not healthy. So that's why we call it the ancestor medicine.
The ancestor medicine.
Yes.
And then are your grandparents still living?
No, they passed away a long time ago. Yes.
Oh.
But with my mother, she is the one that actually teach me, when you have this situation, we use this, we need this, and it's something that that knowledge that you already carry.
So you really stepped into the calling of your ancestors. And do you feel close to your grandparents and your heritage every time you come and you get to partake in this?
Yes, I do. I can feel them how they guide me too. Yes.
That is so beautiful. Can you tell us a little bit for clarity, because I'm not sure if the audience knows, of what the definition of a curandera is and the difference between a curandera and a shaman?
Curandera, curandero is a healer. She will use earth energy in order to heal your body, but also working with your energy. The shamans, it has more, we call it a gift power, like to transform their own energy to another level, taking their soul out of their body.
Like dimension shifts?
Not changing them, they keep in this dimension, but like they can work out of their body.
It's so fascinating because we can't even imagine what that must have been like. I know that you were a child and you said you didn't realize what was going on. What did it feel like, and at what time did you realize what was going on, and what type of meaning did that have for you?
When I realized what was going on, my grandfather told me that I have the gift.
How old were you then?
I was like 11 years old. He told me I have the gift on my hands because I know how to do. It's like the traditional massage is in sobar. We call them sobat, which is kind of a massage, but healing, you know. So he told me that I have the gift on of my hands of healing. I didn't kind of understand what he was saying because it was natural for me that this is what my family does. So I realized that exactly when I was 20s. My grandparents, they were not with us here anymore. So it's when I realized and clicked to me what he was actually saying. Even that I knew I didn't do it or didn't work with my hands at the level that he was doing it. But it was when I was 20 when I actually realized what he meant that day.
If I remember correctly, I think you told me that you had like a life reorganizing event where your almost spiritual awakening and landing in that healer energy coincided with you needing to like rearrange your life. Is that true?
Yes. For 18 years, my mother got cancer. And that's when the belief from all my ancestors and everything that started with a conflict for myself. We have the notice that my mother got cancer and she started treatment even that we also in our own traditional way we did as much as I could, you know, and all everything in our power. She got free cancer for 18 years. She was free cancer.
So she's free of cancer.
Yes.
What type of cancer was it?
In her
Oh.
uterus.
Oh, uterine.
Yeah, in the uterus. It was like 8 years ago that she passed away. And I'm still believing. For 18 years, I was still able, you know, my mother and I, we didn't thought that was the chemo that helps. We did everything. You cannot imagine, you know, like if we believe that this leaf will do a tea and everything. We use everything. And for 18 years, everything was good and fine. She passed away, and then I stopped believing. And I get angry. And then for 7 years, I was on pain. And I go, at the same way I can give light, I also can go in darkness. You know, when you have a gift, you know how to manage it. But when you are not in control of your feelings, I got darkness and I punish myself because I couldn't be able to help her. As a human, we get stuck and we want everything to last forever. And we know that nothing is forever. You know, we need to be ungrateful that she was with me the time that she needed to be with me, to complete her journey, and she was ready to go to another level, right? So for 7 years, I was living in pain. I felt soulless, living in the dark, incapable of breathing. I was not even able to breathe. So after 7 years, it was at a point that I couldn't handle it anymore. Even though I have all this knowledge and I have a gift, I was not able to help myself. And so I asked the universe to help me, and he sent me angels, and they helped me to go back, to bring my soul to my body and to my heart, to get out of darkness. And that was for the last year that I was working on myself. And slowly, I started breathing again, happy again. And one day Jessica called me. That's why I told her that she knew in that time what she was doing and told me about this retreat. Actually, she bring mushrooms with her, and I did mushrooms with her. And I told her that the way that she do it is a beautiful way. It's very care. It's very different from the traditional way, you know, that we do. And I get the message, go to past, to present, to future. It was a reminder of my ancestors. And at some point I was like, yes, you know, like she bring me back. And here we are, me helping to healing, finding my way, the journey of the I lost for 7 years. And I'm helping, something that I really like. I love to see when the people is arriving. I can see the pain that they are going through emotionally, physically, mentally. I know, I see them. And when they go back home, see their eyes, free of that pain, is the reward that my souls, is the gratefulness of being here, of all this journey I went through that is helping me to help. And at the same time, is healing me too.
Do you feel like you have a message or a truth that you want to live in as we go forward, as what you give and what you mean and what you stand for all the guests that come to you and come to us?
It's like, we are not alone. And whatever pain that we are going through, is okay to ask help. It's okay to be in that journey for a period of time, but also you need to know that you can go through that and not feel pain anymore. You can be free of pain and go back to joy, to love, to see the world, to enjoy the sunlight, to hear the birds, and have a life, like you're breathing again, you feel your soul, you are connected, you deserve that, we deserve that. We born to be happy and to be abundance and to enjoy life.
Thank you so much for sharing your story. That's so beautiful that you said the part about, that Jessica called you right at this time and you had asked the universe for help, and you had said that the universe brought you angels, and it feels like there was, metaphorical spirit beings that you felt support you.
It was a different, like a part of my life. They bring me another curandera. And she's, was guiding me of my own healing.
So this was a real
yes,
human.
Yes, that I call my angel. She guided me to heal myself. She said, because we all have the power of healing. Our best healer is ourselves. That's our best healer. So she guided me again, like, we need to do grateful. We need, to change your set of mind. You need to open your heart, and she guided me for my rituals in the morning, my rituals in the afternoon, to growing my own food, growing my flowers, my plants and everything. Bring me back. I know how to do this, but then I surrounded myself. And it's when everything started to open and everything started to be better in all my life areas. When you surrender, yes, and open your heart, and it says, well, here I am, here I am.
And then Jessica called you right at that.
Yes.
At that time.
Jessica called me and says, I have this idea. What do you think? I was like, I told her that day, you don't know what you did. And that's why even when she doesn't believe it, I told her the healer here. She is the healer.
Oh, Jessica's the healer. Did everybody hear that? Yeah, that was such a beautiful story. Do you have some amazing memories of your grandparents now, looking back?
Oh, yes. My grandpa, he was a very skinny man, very quiet. He never talked. But when he does, it was to tell us about stories about our ancestors. I didn't know. I thought it was just, like, how you say, cuentos? But easy, or well seen from the culture, so they have to run away.
They fell in love and they ran away.
But all the stories that he told me is actually stories, like real stories. It's not just fairy tales. And that's the way he teaches who we are, from where we come from. Yes, but he always was quiet, always. And he just was before dinner, he always sit on his couch and take all, the stories, that he made up. But now I found out later that it's real stories of our ancestors. My grandmother in Oaxaca, we have two main cultures, Zapotecos and Mixtecos. And my grandfather was Mixteco and my grandmother was Zapoteca. Those two cultures, they fight to each other. So to get married was not children's and tell the stories.
Do you have many brothers and sisters?
I'm the only child.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And when is your birthday?
July 29.
Oh, it's coming up. Yes. Oh, so your dad is still living?
Yes.
And does he know what work you're doing, and is he supportive?
He actually went somehow to the wrong way, how we call it, he went to darkness, and he has his own journey too. Now he's better, he's doing well, he has another family right now, and he's doing better. He finds his religion, and he knows what I'm doing, but he also teach me some.
So when we're about to have all the guests arrive, and we're just so happy, this is just so beautiful to hear your story, and then you're going to do the cleansing ceremony, which is just so settling for everyone. And tomorrow when we have the mushroom ceremony and you bless the mushrooms, do you send well wishes, or what are the intentions and spiritual wishes that you put in for that process?
What I do first is ask permission to Mother Earth of what we are going to do, ask them to guide us in the best direction of what we need to heal. And to the mushrooms, that I ask them to bring the message that we need to get, not sometimes the one that we want to hear. Sometimes we are coming with the intention, but the message is not the one that is the one that we need, the one we need to hear in order to heal that part of our life. And what I do is ask permission and ask them to be grateful, that we are all here.